warm welcome to the EVES auction room here this afternoon. Just 7 properties for you, so certainly no need to go home empty-handed. We've got some really good quality properties indeed. My name's Grant. My role is to simply facilitate proceedings here today and of course assist you in the final leg of your journey to property ownership or indeed selling your property. And of course to our vendors, thank you for entrusting us in your marketing. We really do appreciate it. More importantly, we appreciate the work that you've done when you've been residing in the property and presenting it to the market. We know it can be a little bit of upheaval, but we really appreciate your time and efforts as well. Talking about efforts, I don't do it all by myself today, folks. I've got Robin here looking after all the technology. If your bids don't take me to the seller's reserve price, then I can't help you at any level below there. I need to be at the reserve where I can assist you and put the property to the market and sell to the highest bidder. But if we don't make it, we'll pause and I'll call on the skills of either the two Craigs, Gordon or Mark. They will assist you and guide you through the process from there. We'll give you the opportunity to continue discussions with our seller. Of course, if you reach agreement there, it will come back to me or confirm any necessary amendments and the property will be sold to the highest bidder. But you need to know, folks, that our market is running rampant at the moment with what we call conditional buyers. Now, there's a little bit of a myth out there in the marketplace that conditional buyers, that the highest bidder has the first right to negotiate with the vendor after the auction. That is not the case, folks. We'll give you that opportunity while the auction is live, but if we close the auction, those conditional buyers can come forward with an offer as well. So give it your best shot here today and eliminate any potential conditional interest outside of the auction room. Just going to quickly cover off the documentation that you bid on the basis of today. The Buyers and Sellers Guide, well, that's been around for over 10 years now. Copies available on the stand just outside the room there, and of course they've been on display and already open for inspection, so the marketing consultants will provide you with that. So you bid on the basis we've provided you that document. So cutting to the chase, going straight to the most important one, of course, the auction contract of sale. It's been circulated in draft form. Finalised copies also available in the stand out there. If there's been any amendments, additions, deletions, I'll confirm those for you prior to your bidding, but I know our marketing consultants would have got hold of you to keep you updated with what's going on there. So quite simply, by way of any bidding today, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood, accept that contract that we worked to, but let's just quickly revisit the front page. And this portion here outlines the conduct of auction. That's what's up there on the screen there. And again, I'm not going to go through that in its entirety. You've had the opportunity to view that. Just want to cover off, folks, vendor bidding. If I submit any vendor bids, I'm the only one authorised to submit a vendor bid, and it is always well below the vendor's reserve price. I only use a vendor bid if I've got one person participating in the auction, and it is a technique to work alongside you to get you to that negotiating platform, at which point we'll then pause the auction. Again, I will only use it if I've only got one person bidding, and I will disclose all vendor bids to you. So essentially what you can take that as, say that if I'm holding a vendor bid, the vendors are essentially saying to you, through me, thanks but no thanks, you'll need to be above that if you want to purchase the property. So pretty simple and straightforward. Your only obligations today upon the fall of the hammer is of course to sign the contract and of course pay your deposit equaling 10% of the purchase price. Of course, if we've got any registered telephone bidders, then I'm authorised to sign the contract on their behalf, and we do have written authorisation to accept those bids by phone, but I'll disclose any phone bidders to you. So happy to answer any questions at this juncture, folks, before we press on. No questions. Take the opportunity to welcome all our viewers watching via the live stream as well. Our auctions go out over the World Wide Web, folks, through our EVES website for people to just keep an eye on what's happening in the market and, of course, participate in the auctions and view them online if they're unable to be with us. So talking about people that are unable to be with us today, Jan Booth, our marketing consultant with our first property today at 44A Valley Road. We'd like to keep everybody safe, just feeling a little bit under the weather today, so hoping you get well soon, Jan. Look forward to having you back in the auction room here. So Craig Hilton, our principal, he'll just stand in for Jan. It's a wonderful, wonderful property here at number 44A Valley Road. It's absolutely immaculate. It's single level, it's spacious, it's solid, so if that's what you're looking for, then you've got an absolute cracker here in Valley Road. It is a freehold estate comprising 306 square metres of land. You wouldn't want a lot more in this location, folks, because it is co-located to lots of activities and, of course, the beach. All described in record of title 479357. Just a reminder that the sensor security lighting does stay, but there's no warranties that come with that. You're purchasing that as is, whereas just 14 days from today's date is the settlement date, and of course, as you see up there on the screen, the channels list remains as the same as what was being circulated out there through the lead up to the auction. So back to the property itself, have a look at this shot coming up there on the screen, cropped a little bit so you don't get the full effect of it, but you will have witnessed it when you went and viewed the property. Like I said, it's on that freehold site, it's fully fenced, it's low maintenance, and it's a front section as well. So all I can suggest to you buyers, if you are the entertainer in your circle of friends, then you are simply going to become a legend when they come to your first housewarming party at 44A Valley Road. You've got the open plan kitchen with the scullery there, certainly easy to satisfy the family's tantalising taste buds from a kitchen like you see there on the screen, but it really is all about the prime Valley Road location. You're within the walking distance of all levels of schooling. You've got shops nice and handy as well, cafes, the beach, Blake Park. It really is all nice and handy here from 44A Valley Road. So, like I said, folks, it's all about location now. As the time of reckoning, now it's come the time for you, the market, to tell us what you think it's worth. Looking for an opening bid now for 44A Valley Road. Cash interest, that's all we're here to deal with today, folks. That's all the calling of the auction does, is deals with the cash unconditional buyers. Otherwise, we just continue working with those conditional buyers outside of the room. First call for a start. Second time. Third, last opportunity. Well, it's obviously one of the remaining 6 properties that you're all here for, so I'll close that auction. Handing that back to Craig, so Jan will be, Jan is contactable, so give Jan a call. She works out of our Mount Maunganui office. She'll be able to assist you with that going forward, but I'm absolutely certain we'll have that property under contract very soon indeed. Alright, just getting my final pep talk before I call the next property from Owen Phelps, who's been marketing this property, doing a sterling job as you always do out there. 25 Glen Monarch Place, folks. Have a look at this there, this property here. It is clearly a very, very well designed and certainly well presented home, and situated in a very convenient location. So for those of you that know location, you will have recognised that when you went and viewed this property here. The legal aspects of it, a freehold estate, 655 square metres of land, more or less, is what's on offer. All described in record of title 153419 in the South Auckland Registry Office. 16th of September 2022, Owen, is our settlement date. Yep. Excuse me. Any other changes to the channels list at all?
No.
No changes there. So back to the property itself. You will have recognised this when you went and viewed the property, folks, but it would be remiss if I didn't remind you of the spacious and certainly comfortable dual living spaces, the easy link to the fully fenced outdoors. So another one of those homes that if you enjoy entertaining, this one really does tick the boxes. You've got the double internal entry garaging, that's complemented, as you see on the screen, by good off-street parking, so plenty of space for the caravan, the camper or the boat as well. You've got a property here that is simply loaded with positive features, including being in that popular and quality location and living area. Surrounded by good family homes here, folks, in Glen Monarch Place. In your hands, buyers, be happy to take certainly a property worthy of on the northern side of a million. So you set the benchmark on where you'd like to start the auction away. Definitely on that northern side of the mill. You will have all recognised that. You set me away wherever you like, folks. All I'm here today for, that's my job as an auctioneer, is just to deal with the cash interest. I leave it up to Owen and the rest of the team to work with those conditional buyers, but if you're in that position of cash, happy to work with you here today. First call for a start. Second time. Last chance for cash interest in or outs. Obviously none here today, Owen. I'll close the auction and hand it back to you, mate. We've got a little bit more work to do to find our buyer for that property, but certainly a good quality home indeed. If you're interested in something like that or know of somebody, talk to Owen. He works out of our Gateway office. He'll be able to assist you with that. Thank you, Grant. Right, the next one is somebody else that's unable to be with us here today, Steve Cameron, working out of our Waihi office, and a very busy man indeed. He's been marketing the property at 103C Barry Road. You'll simply love coming home to this one, folks. It's got the peaceful, easy care property right on the edge of Waihi and views to the Green Hills as well. A freehold estate, 734 square metres of land, so plenty of space for the kids to run around, all described in record of title 867438. As is standard with any of our Waihi properties, folks, we do have the Waihi mine clause inserted into the contract, just advising you where to go if you've got any concerns about the Waihi gold mine. 20 working days from our date, from today's date, is of course your settlement, and there are no additions, deletions to the channels list that you see up there on the screen, taken straight from the contract that has been circulated in draft. The home itself, it's modern, it's stylish, but the benefit of this one is that it's absolutely brand spanking new. So here's a home where you get to do all the firsts in it, folks. It's got 3 bedrooms and a couple of bathrooms there. The length of it certainly provides more than you would expect from this property here. Not really doing it justice up there on the screen the way it's all cropped, but that's the way it goes there. You will have all witnessed just what this home has to offer when you went and viewed the property. Certainly well thought out. It's got those lovely, elegant touches with the in the kitchen as well. You've got the spacious, open plan living area. So if that's what's important to you, then this one ticks that box. The opportunity here to enhance the property with your own landscaping skills as well, and of course that will enhance the value of the property. So you get the opportunity to create your own landscape plan there. You can walk to the local school, close to Waihi Beach. It really does have a lot going for it, folks, and of course, if you're chasing down a brand new home, then here is one very affordable, I would suggest for you as well, because I'd be quite happy to take a start at $700,000 for this one. You can all put your hand up and say you bid at $700,000 on the EVES options today. You won't spend any money, but at least you can have a bid. Looking for an opening bid now at $700,000. Of course, there's 3 noughts on the end of that as well. Who do we see how to say go, buyers? First call for cash interest. Second, last chance, are we in or out? Well, you must be here for one of the next 4 then, folks. So I'll certainly close the auction. Folks, just give our Waihi office a call. Ask to speak to Steve Cameron. He'll update you with what you need to be, where you need to be able to buy this property. It's a great opportunity indeed, and certainly a lovely, comfortable home. Alright, pressing on through the catalogue, the next one up, 60 Adler Drive, Crystal Harding being the marketing consultant for this one, working out of our Cherrywood office. If you're looking for something that's nice and quiet, and it's spacious, and it's got that wonderful rural feeling, then here it is here at number 60 Adler Drive, folks. It is a freehold estate, and when you look at record of title 329908, you will find that you get 1,253 square metres of land, so certainly plenty of space there. Plus you get an undivided quarter share in 345 square metres as well. And there was some documentation circulated stating that the settlement date was the 2nd of September. That has been amended. It is now the 30th of September. Just confirming that. Crystal, any other changes to the channels list that you had circulated? No changes there. And just a reminder, folks, clause 23 in the contract, the vendor is in the process of final inspections to obtain a code compliance certificate for the completion of the dwelling and warrants to supply that code compliance certificate to the purchasers prior to settlement. Crystal, we had a conversation earlier this morning. That's well underway. Well underway, so it should be through any time now. So you can bid on the basis that that CCC will be there prior to your settlement on the 30th of September, though. Now, think about what's on offer at this property here, folks. You can see on the left-hand side there how it opens out. You've got the wonderful views right up through the city up to Mount Maunganui standing in the background. And, of course, in this shot you also see the fireplace that's got the wetback set up with it as well. So very economical living, particularly in the winter time. You've got that open plan living, you've got the high stud ceilings there, just creates that wonderful environment and feeling of space. Now, you can eliminate all the apps that you've got on your phones, folks, and you won't need any takeaway deliveries when you've got a kitchen like this, because your family feasts from this kitchen will taste so much better than anything that you can buy on those delivery eats. The self-contained granny flat, well, that's there for you to use at your peril for whatever use you see fit, but certainly a great opportunity to accommodate some extended family and that sort of thing. And of course, I think, Crystal, fair to say we really do need to comment about that impressive outdoor living area as well. So a home that certainly ticks a lot of boxes, folks, for classic family living. So in your hands, where would you like to say go for this one? You're a bunch of meanies today, aren't you?
There's a lot of house here, Grant.
I know.
It's huge.
It's massive, yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine all these cardboard cutouts living there. That's what I appear to be looking at here. Every time I go call for an open bid, everybody seems to just freeze. It has to be a genuine intent, folks. Looking for an opening bid now for number 60, Adler Drive. First call, second. Last chance, in or out. I know Crystal's working with somebody outside of the auction arena for this property. Going to close the auction, Crystal, and let you carry on working with those buyers, and that's a wonderful option indeed. Somebody is going to get a great home there in Adler Drive. Certainly represents value for money as well. Right, pressing on, folks, 195 Orrery Road. Jacob Greer from our Bethlehem office. He's been presenting this property, and it's also in the background. We've also had Jeff Garnett as well. So a great option here. Now, before I go any further, Jacob, we had a conversation this morning. One of our colleagues has got some buyers that are expressing some interest in this property, still doing a little bit of homework. So I'm absolutely confident that we will get some action from those buyers. But we'll give you the cash buyers the first crack at it here today, because your family is simply in for an absolute lifestyle overhaul here at 195 Orrery Road. I say that because the land mass that you purchase with this property is for approximately 4,300 square metres of land, more or less. It's freehold. It's the best class of ownership you can buy in New Zealand. It's all recorded in Record of Title SA 64C Folio 449. Now, the spa and the curtains are excluded from the sale. Just confirming that, Jacob. No changes there. No other changes to the channels list there. 30 days from today's date, 30 working days from today's date, still the settlement date for this one?
Correct. Yep,
so there you go. All the I's dotted and T's crossed there. Interest in the property with that large double garaging, it just provides you loads of parking space, and of course with that sort of space that you've got there, there's also extra room to add more shedding if that's important to you as well. This extensive decking, absolutely perfect for outdoor entertainment. You've got the sunny rural views, you've got small cliffs of the mount as well, and of course the river at the rear of the property, well, that becomes an added bonus for you as well. Living, dining, master suite, all on the northern side of the home, so a nice warm home to reside in. Absolutely beautifully presented as well. It's fully fenced, so it's safe for family and pets. So what more could you ask for? A great land mass of just shy of 4,500 square metres, I should say. Your chance here at cash. Need to act now, otherwise I simply close the auction and we keep working with our conditional interest. First call for cash. You set the benchmark and I'll guide you from there. Second time. Third and final call for any cash interest, folks. Closing the auction, handing it back to you, Jacob, and I know our colleague from the Gaspar office will be working hard with that buyer, and I'm expecting a text message from you no later than end of play Sunday, letting me know that you've got this property under contract. Good man, well done. Alright, so your last one for the day, folks, and Isaac Jacobs is the man that you would have met at the open homes at this property at number 31A Coopers Road. That has been absolutely lovingly upgraded and renovated to an immaculate standard. You get to reap the rewards of this property without doing the hard yards, folks. because it's all being done for you. It is a cross-lease freehold property, described in record title SA 28B 50488. Now there's a clause in the contract just stating that there's no building consent or code compliance certificate for the deck. So just disclosing that to you and reminding you of that. 90 days from today's date, Isaac, is our settlement date. Any other changes to the chattel list or anything? All that's circulated there, dotting the I's and crossing the T's as you always do. If you're looking for space for the toys, the teens, vehicles, off-street vehicles, that sort of thing, well, you can certainly take advantage of what this property has to offer there. Entertainers, well, again, you'll be delighted with the open plan floor plan that this home offers you. You've got the easy flow living and then al fresco dining, so it's just absolutely superb indeed. Now remember, the upgrade has been done to a high standard. You've got the clean, classy kitchen. Well, that's perfect for the chef's calibre of cooking as well. If you're looking for a serene and impeccable home with high quality finishes, here it is here, and I can tell you now, it's a very affordable home indeed. Before I say any more, I'm going to give you the cash buyers the first opportunity to perhaps secure the property. Looking for an opening bid. 31A Cooper's Road. Don't put it on this one, folks. We've only got one more left for you. First call for an opening bid. Second, last chance for cash interest. Okay, we obviously haven't got any Isaac, so I'm going to close the auction. How much do we need to buy this property? Because I reckon that people have read your marketing, listen to what I've had to say here, and would expect it to be a lot more expensive than what it actually is. How much do we need?
We're going to $849,000.
$849,000. There's your buy now price, folks. If you're familiar with Trade Me, well, we can do that for you now. $849,000. And I can tell you now, our vendors are very motivated to work with a buyer because they have actually priced the property below where they actually set their reserve. I can't disclose their reserve, but they have priced that property at $849,000 below the reserve. Auction's closed. Good luck with that, Isaac. I'm sure you're going to be inundated with plenty of inquiry on that property at that sort of value.
Thanks very much.
You've either all come along to see me today, folks, or you will all come along for this property here that Chandasuri from our Cameron Road office has been marketing, and that is, of course, number 27 Carpenter Place. Another one that is just absolutely immaculate. It's brick and tile, and it's absolutely meticulously presented. So if you're looking for quality, class, style, distinction, then this has to be the home for you.
I thought you were talking about China.
Did you not understand that? Everybody else did. We all knew we were talking about China. Especially the class, style, and distinction, but we like to have a bit of fun here at EVES as well, folks. Like I said, freehold estate, 630 square metres of land, more or less, is what's on offer. All described in record of title 206050. Now the security system, Chunga, it stays, but it's as is. No warranties with it.
Hasn't been worked for a while.
Hasn't been worked for a while, so it's there, so you can sort that out yourselves, but it does stay. 23rd of September 2022, obviously, it's a bit late for 2021, but early for 2023. So settlement date there, so you can begin to enjoy the wonderful springtime that is not too far around the corner. So conveniently placed study nook in this property here, so just gives you that little bit of extra space. And if you've got, perhaps operating a small business or a place for the kids to do their homeworks, then it all facilitates that. You've got separate lounge for added comfort throughout the home. The home itself, it just oozes coziness and warmth, doesn't it? It's got a wonderful atmosphere in the property. You've got ample cabinetry, the wide bench to show off your culinary skills in the kitchen as well. Now, functionality was an absolute key element to the design brief of this property at 27 Carcampo Place. And of course, one of the extra benefits is you're located at the end of a cul-de-sac near the Conroe Reserve as well. So if you need a bit of extra space, for the kids to go and fly a kite or kick a ball, then you've got that space there at the Condor Reserve. You've got 2 private outdoor living areas as well, so again, ticks that box for you entertainers who enjoy the outdoors, and beautifully set with established easy care gardens as well. So it's an absolute, I reckon this home's just about worthy of a postcard, you know. It's so well presented. So in your hands, guys. Now I know you would expect this one to be rather expensive, but I can tell you now, you give me an opening bid at $900,000 and I'm happy to work alongside you and work with you at that sort of level. Looking for a start at $900,000, thank you sir. Opening bid at the back of the room there at 900,000. Having a treble and $20,000 rises from here at $900,000 in the back right hand corner here at 900. Take me to 920 if you will. First call, second time. Third, last chance for you to join us. I'll happily work alongside you then sir with a vendor bid at $920,000 with me. At about 920 is with me. Take me to 940 if you will. Here's your opportunity here today. At 920 it is. Advancing me to 940, sir. Just north of South Chinta Chest, beautiful, thank you. That's all we need. At $940,000 in the back of the room there. Just the single bidder at this point in time. At $940,000, are we in or out? Here's your opportunity here today, folks. Just the one bidder in it. If I don't get any advance of 940, we'll pause and continue discussions with the gentleman at the back. At 940. First call, second time. Third, last opportunity, in or out? Craig bids at the back of the room at 940. Can you see if you can assist the gentleman, please? Alright, back we go to 27 Coca-Cola Place, folks, just to finish off. Sir, can you just confirm you've amended your bid to $950,000? Yes. Well, at $950,000, I'm afraid we can't assist you and help you buy the property today. You will need to be a little better than that. And I'd have to suggest to you, really appreciate your offer and your bid, but it is a property that is justified of a bit more than that. So the owners are quite happy to continue residing in the property at that sort of level, but I put it to you, perhaps another 10, sir, to re-enter those negotiations. Here's your opportunity here. $960? Okay, $960,000 to bid now. At $960,000, where do we go from here, folks? At 960. At 960, Craig, I think we need to have another quick chat at this point in time. At 960. Appreciate your bid there, sir. We just pause again. Alright, back we go. A little further negotiating going on, and we've now got a bid at 965, sir. Just confirm that for me at 965. Sorry, can't help at that level. Instructions are clear, and that is, if there's no further bidding, then you know the level that you need to be at. If you want to go to that level, you can do that now. You'll own the property. If not, we're going to close the auction, and it's then open for anybody else to come forward. First call for any advance, sir. Second time. Third, last chance, auctions closed. That concludes the auctions for today, folks. On behalf of the team at EVES, thank you for your attendance. Good afternoon and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you, Grant.